Welcome back. We're on video number 4, and this one is titled Roots and Wings. Thank you so much for all the love and support that everyone has been giving me so far. Hopefully I can keep this up. So today we're starting with 6 pounds of chicken wings. I'm going to actually clean the wings first. I grew up in a Caribbean household. That's what we do. So I'm starting with 2 limes as well. It's almost like you're doing a brine. It's a quick brine. You know, I feel like it almost adds a little bit to the flavor as well. So after you do this part and you just mix everything together, you add some water, and you're going to do it through a couple of rinses. After I add this first set of water, I just let it sit for about 10 minutes. Yeah, it's just enough water to cover the chicken, nothing much. And bam, that's after I rinse everything off. So we can next add some fresh thyme, dry parsley. This is a jerk rub. You can get this at almost any supermarket in the Caribbean section. Some olive oil and black pepper is going to be added to this. Now my jerk rub was actually made by a friend of mine, and he made it low sodium, so it's perfect for my household. And I'm just going to get this all together. Of course, you can season this overnight as well and let it marinate overnight. But I'm just going to do it real quick. All the things that I do as far as pre-portioning, I try to do it really quick. So that way you can also see that, you know, pre-portioning is not a big deal. And it's something that anybody can do. It's just all about planning. And now this is the roots part of the roots and wings. So we're starting with fingerling potatoes. Now don't worry, when you get fingerling potatoes in a sack, it comes in so many different sizes. They're never, you know, the same size. They can come in a huge variety of sizes, so don't even worry about it. Just use what you can. Fingerling potatoes, beets, parsnips, some dill weeds, scallions, flat leaf parsley, onions, and garlic. Very simple. This is a very simple, quick dish today. 2.5 pounds, and like I said, look at this. This is from the same bag, and they're all 3 different sizes. Just gonna quickly cut those up in half. I washed them, of course. Now this is my parsnips. Parsnips is also another root vegetable. It's related to carrot and parsley, which I did not know that, but it kind of makes sense because if you ever taste the leaves from it, it has like a parsley flavor. So I'm just using 5 parsnips today. They're slightly sweet, especially when you roast them. They have a nice sweet flavor to them. Hope everybody's good today. I know I am. I'm very excited. It's late in the night while I'm doing this recording. My son is sleeping. 2 beets. And I'm going to peel these real quick. And this quick dicing. I mean, basically, I'm going to be roasting these all together except for the beets. The beets I'm going to keep separated because I don't want them to dye the potatoes and the parsnips. So I'm actually going to keep those separate. I got 1 white onion. You can use any kind of onion you want. You could use the white onion. You could use a scallion. A shallot. Red onions, Vidalia onions, yellow onions, whatever you want. 4 cloves of garlic. Got some shallots, some scallion. God, I'm sleepy. It's like almost 11 o'clock and I'm doing this recording. I'm determined. I said I'm going to post every Tuesday. I'm determined. So yeah, I'm up to like 11 o'clock doing this. So if I mess up, I will correct myself, but it's also printed on the screen just in case I forget. Yeah, I got burned. That's a burn on my arm. So I'm just putting half of each of these ingredients I just chop up. I'm putting half in the bowl with my parsnips and potatoes, and the rest is going in the bowl with the beets. So now I got my flat leaf parsley. I paused because my son was doing something. It's hard to cook with the 2. Sometimes they're in that stage where everything they want to touch. Nothing stays still. And this is some dill weed. Yeah, they don't stay still at 2. Toddlers, when they say the terrible twos, they weren't joking. I want to pull my hair out every day. Some Mrs. Dash original. I like using Mrs. Dash because it has no salt. So I can add my Bob, my low sodium salt. If you don't know what Bob is by now, go back to my very first video and you'll understand. But Bob actually is just low sodium salt that my dad wrapped in foil. That's all it is. And I got a half a teaspoon of Bob, aka low sodium salt. He had to get a nickname. He's my mascot now for my videos. So he gets a nickname. And I'm just going to make sure I'm covering all of this really well. Making sure I get all those ingredients mixed up, because now we're going to place them on some sheet pans. Everything's going to get roasted. But like I said earlier, I'm going to keep the beets separate, so that way it doesn't bleed onto the potatoes. So the beets get their own pan. And of course, you can do these roots separately. You don't have to do them with the chicken wings as well. You can do this separate as a side dish for any party or dinner, Sunday dinner, or whatever it is. They work very well. So I am a big time pre-portioner. If you don't already know, my Instagram page is Chef Fiona Fifi, and I love to pre-portion. So I'm going to start with portioning out my potatoes and the parsnip mix. And this is the beets. I'm not doing too much because pretty much this whole dish is just protein and starch. That's pretty much this whole dish. Now, I love these chicken wings. They're so good. So I'm just doing 2 chicken wings, 2 whole chicken wings per plate. So basically it's the little drum and the other part of the wing. That's pretty much what it is. I didn't put the little tip. And that's it. I mean, really quick. It's a really light lunch. You know, it's actually pretty hot here in Houston. I mean, the type of vegetables I'm using is good for fall, but hey. Thank you. I'll see you next time. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the love, all the support, all the comments. Like, thank you so much. I'm getting a lot of views. And we'll see what I cook next week. And I hopefully I can keep up with this. And no, if you're wondering if I'm gonna finally get a microphone, I'm actually liking doing this. Why? I paid a lot of money for this headset. I'm getting multiple purposes out of it. Yeah. So good night. I'm delirious. It's time for bed. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.